Ever since I was a little redhead girl growing up on Thompson Avenue, I loved to create. I would write stories, dream up elaborate adventures, and build massive forts across the bedroom my sister and I shared. Whether my story was developed on paper or through using blankets with clothespins, I learned I was gifted with the capacity to effectively and creatively communicate. I don't believe I fully understood my gift at the time, but looking back, I realized my communication skills could be used to impact and serve others. I wrote a play that my peers acted in my senior year of high school. I became an editor on my college newspaper. The stories I wrote or topics I covered were intended to inform and inspire. I chose a profession in the field of communications and have honed those skills over the years to encompass written, oral, and digital media. My innate desire to never stop learning has helped me adapt in this fast-paced, ever-changing communications profession. My gift, or my on purpose, is communication. Let's talk about my 4. A few years ago, I read The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. They are words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. I learned quickly that acts of service is my primary love language. My husband can attest to my reaction if I come home to a clean house or cooked meal, that I love to receive acts of service. Likewise, my bucket is filled when I can serve others, regardless and perhaps especially when they may never know the act of service came from me. The 2000 movie Pay It Forward is one of my favorites because it demonstrates the power of a simple act of service that can make a lasting impact on others.
What if the world is just a big disappointment? Unless you take the things that you don't like about this world and you flip them upside down, and you can start that today.
That's me, and that's 3 people, and I'm going to help them. Then they do it for 3 other people, then they do it for 3 more. But it has to be something really big, something they can't do by themselves.
While I do believe one person can make a difference, what made Trevor's act of service so effective is because he inspired others to serve. 3 years ago, my daughter asked me to go with her when she got a tattoo. She asked if I wanted to get one along with her. After careful consideration, I chose a phrase God had given me just a year or so before that. I had the phrase radical life, Philippians 4:13, tattooed on my arm. Now, while the story behind the tattoo and verse is too long for this video, it ties into my desire to inspire others to serve. So my 4 is cheating a bit by using 2 words, inspired service. I was created on purpose to communicate for inspired service. I thought a lot about a person who I think may be living out this statement, and I instantly went to Christian women authors and speakers. So many strong females are living out their faith and inspiring others to serve through their gift of communication. While I found it difficult to narrow one down, I think Jen Hatmaker is someone I admire for both her authenticity and ability to connect people. Her book, For the Love, had me laughing and crying, depending on the chapter. She demonstrates through her work and personal life the importance of championing grace and goodness. If you want to hear about my tattoo, well, I'll gladly meet you for a cup of coffee and share that story.